Good morning, and welcome back to another day in the 40 Days Affirmation series entitled Affirmations That Matter. We are glad that you have joined us again on day 23. We have been here 23 days now. We are grateful if you are joining us for the first time. We do ask that you would take some time and check out the content of our videos, that you would subscribe if you haven't, and we also ask that you would share with others what you have learned from us, that you tell others about this YouTube community, so that together we can expand, we can occupy space. And as the motto is for this affirmation series, that we would be transported from the locations where we have failed to the locations where we will not just succeed, but where we will thrive. Welcome to Affirmations That Matter on day 23. Affirmation number 23 is I was not created and called to play small. I was created and called to live fully, not fearfully. Affirmation number 23 again is I was not created and called to play small. I was created and called to live fully, not fearfully. Here is a question that you need to answer. What if the only thing that stands between you and the life divinity has called you to live is fear? What if the only thing that stands between you and the life divinity has called you to live is fear? Ladies and gentlemen, I need to say to you that this affirmation is founded on authenticity. This affirmation recognizes the essence of life, the fullness of life, yet the brevity of life, the meaningfulness of time, the invaluable nature of time, and the limitations of humankind. But the affirmation is I was not called to play small. I was not created to play small. I was not called to live partially. I was not created to live partially. I was created, I was called to live fully and not fearfully. The statement, the affirmation, I was not created, I was not called to play small, is a statement that should cause us to ponder how well we have spent the previous moments, the previous years of our lives. I was not called to play small because there is nothing small about the breath of life within me. Every gift, every talent, and every dream I carry was intentionally placed in me by God, not to be hidden, but to shine, not to be dismissed, but to be acknowledged, not to be bashful, but to be proud, not to reflect mediocrity, but to demonstrate, to manifest greatness. To be any less, to settle for less, is to say something about divinity that isn't true. Playing small would dishonor the purpose I was born for. I am not here to shrink back out of fear, out of doubt. I am not here to disassociate myself with greatness out of fear. I am here to rise. I am here to expand and to live with boldness. I am chosen to live fully and not out of fear. Fear cages. Fear cages. Fear cages the soul, but fullness liberates Fear cages the soul, but fullness, the embracing of fullness, liberates the soul. Fear, fear motivates procrastination. Fear motivates hesitation. Fear motivates hate. Fear does not liberate, neither does fear support growth. Fear stops us from walking in confidence. Fear stops us from embracing joy without hesitation. And so, if we are to live fully, we must embrace confidence. We must embrace opportunities. We must step into opportunities even when they appear to stretch us. I refuse to let fear dictate my choices or to silence my voice. Instead, I choose faith, I choose courage and abundance. My life is meant to reflect love, to reflect joy, to reflect possibilities, for with God, all things are possible. And for that reason, I cannot and I refuse to live small. Affirm with me today that you understand you were not created to live partially, but to live fully. That you were not created to play small or to shrink in the face of challenges, but to occupy space, to expand, and to grow even in the face of challenges, to thrive even in the face of challenges. Thank you for stopping by on day 23. I do ask that if you do like the content of our video, that you would tap the like button and that you would subscribe, that you would share and let others know about us. Thank you again. Looking forward to you joining us again on day 24.